Richmond Hill keeps coming up for buyers who want more space without paying Toronto prices. And that's a legitimate reason to look here. But there are 5 things most people don't find out about until after they've already arrived, including reason number 4, which almost nobody warns you about. Watch this video first. My name is Jordan Abrams, 9 years helping people move to the GTA. Info's down below, let's get into it. Reason number 1, it's more expensive than people think. The average home is sitting around 1.1 million, detached closer to 1.5 million, and in the prestige pockets like Bayview Hill, South Richvale, Mill Pond, you're looking at 2.5 million or more. Entry condos start around 500,000, and the average condo listing is around 600,000. Richmond Hill is consistently one of the most expensive cities in Ontario, not just the GTA, all of Ontario. Cost of living runs 6% above the Ontario average. If you're stretching to get in, the numbers may not work the way you think. The one genuine piece of good news right now, Richmond Hill is the most favorable market in all of York Region in 2026. Inventory is high, sellers are negotiating, homes are sitting on the market longer. If you're buying right now, you have real leverage. But you still need to know which pockets to target and which ones to avoid. And we'll get into that in reason number 4. Quick quiz, true or false? Richmond Hill has a higher average household income than Toronto. Drop your answer in the comments below, answers coming up later in the video. If you're moving to the GTA or trying to figure out whether Richmond Hill is the right call for you or your family, book a free relocation strategy call with me in the video description. I'll help you figure out exactly which neighborhoods fit your budget and your life. All my info is down below, and I personally get back to everyone. Now, reason number 2, because what Richmond Hill looks like on a map and what your Monday morning actually feels like are 2 very different things. Reason number 2, the commute is rougher than it looks. Richmond Hill has no subway. The closest TTC stop is Finch Station, and that's still a significant distance from most of Richmond Hill. Getting downtown means driving to a bus station or a GO station, then transferring into the city. Door-to-door to downtown Toronto is around 45 minutes to an hour on a good day. The GO train is your best option if you live near a station. There's a GO line that runs through Richmond Hill Centre and Langstaff, and that gets you to Union in about 35 to 45 minutes. That's manageable if your life is built around those stations, but most of Richmond Hill is not walking distance to a GO station. You're driving to it, parking, then taking the train. One positive though is the Viva buses in Richmond Hill are a different experience from what most people expect. Dedicated bus lanes, newer vehicles, indoor heated waiting areas in most stops. I went to high school in Richmond Hill and grew up spending time here. The Viva system is legitimately one of the most reliable bus networks in the entire GTA. If you're near a Viva route, your daily commute options are meaningfully better than what you get from a TTC bus in Toronto. But the 404 heading south in the morning is consistently one of the worst car commutes in the city. The interchange where the 404 meets the 401 backs up every single day. I've played squash near Weldrick and been to Richmond Green for baseball tournaments, and getting in and out during rush hour via the 404 is genuinely painful. You budget extra time and it still catches you off guard. Heading north though can be a different story entirely. The 404 opens up quickly towards Cottage Country and Muskoka. If weekend escapes matter to you, that's a real quality of life advantage. Coming up in reason number 3, an extra cost most people don't factor in before they move. Reason number 3, Richmond Hill is car dependent and suburban. Richmond Hill was built for cars. Wide roads, subdivisions, cul-de-sacs. Only about 7% of residents take transit. Your daily life here, groceries, gym, school pickup, dinner, almost all of it involves getting in a car. There are exceptions. The Mill Pond area has genuine character, a beautiful historic neighborhood built around a pond with trails and a real community feel. Yonge Street though, the Richmond Hill core, has some walkability, but those are pockets. Most of Richmond Hill is car dependent by design, and car insurance in Ontario is the highest in the country. Add payments, gas, and maintenance, and the gap between Richmond Hill and Toronto starts shrinking faster than most people expect. Okay, quiz answer time. The answer is false. Most people assume Richmond Hill's affluent reputation means higher income than Toronto. But Toronto's average household income is over $163,000, significantly higher than Richmond Hill's, and the median income there is $102,000. What Richmond Hill has is high home prices relative to income, which is actually one of the reasons the affordability math here is tighter than most people expect. Up next is reason number 4. This is the one that could cost you the most money if you get it wrong, and is completely invisible on a listing. Reason number 4. Not all of Richmond Hill is the same, and choosing wrong is expensive. Richmond Hill has an overall reputation as a safe, family-friendly, well-kept suburb, and for most of it, that's accurate. But here's the thing nobody tells you before you sign. A huge percentage of people move to Richmond Hill specifically for the schools, and the schools here are genuinely exceptional. Some rank among the best in the entire country. That's not marketing, that's provincial school data. But here's what catches people completely off guard. A couple of blocks in the wrong direction, and you're in a completely different school district with a completely different ranking. We're talking top of the country on one side of the street and significantly lower ranked on the other. That boundary is invisible on a listing, it doesn't show up on realtor.ca, it doesn't show up on Google Maps. And if you're searching from outside the GTA, you have no way of knowing which side you're landing on until after you've already bought. This is the number one thing I see families get wrong in Richmond Hill. They move here for the schools, find a house they love at a price that works, and then find out they're on the wrong side of a catchment line. That's a decision that affects your kids for years and potentially costs you hundreds of thousands in private school fees to fix. Bayview Hill, Jefferson, Westbrook, Oak Ridges, these are the pockets where the school quality matches the Richmond Hill reputation. But getting into those catchments specifically versus landing just outside them is exactly the kind of street level knowledge you can't get from a search. That's exactly what I do. If you're moving to Richmond Hill with a family, reach out to me directly. All my info is down below, and I personally get back to everyone. Reason number 5. Richmond Hill doesn't have a city feel. There's no real downtown. Yonge Street through Richmond Hill has some commercial activity, but it's not a vibrant urban core. No Main Street energy, no late night scene. Nothing happening on a Tuesday night. If you're moving to the GTA because you want to feel like you're living in a city, Richmond Hill is not going to scratch that itch. If you're under 35 and urban energy matters to you, Richmond Hill is going to feel limiting. But here's the honest flip side, and I say this from personal experience. The community centers and infrastructure for parks here is genuinely outstanding. I've played softball tournaments at Richmond Green, and I regularly play tennis and pickleball near Hillcrest Mall with a friend who lives in the area. The facilities are exceptional and well maintained. Community centers that are newer and better kept than most of what you find inside Toronto. Richmond Green is one of the best multi-sport complexes in all of York Region. If your social life revolves around recreational sports and being active with your family, Richmond Hill is one of the best places in the GTA to do that. Richmond Hill's multicultural community is also outstanding. Chinese, Iranian, Korean, South Asian communities with decades of roots here. World-class Chinese food, Persian restaurants, Korean barbecue that rivals anything in the city. And the nature access is exceptional. Lake Wilcox, Bond Lake, the Oak Ridges Moraine Trail System. If your version of a great weekend involves being outside, Richmond Hill delivers. But if you want the full urban experience, the neighborhoods, the nightlife, the energy, it's mostly not here. And knowing that before you commit matters. Who Richmond Hill is for? It's more expensive than the suburb reputation suggests. No subway and a brutal 404 commute. Car dependent by design. No real downtown energy and school catchment variants that can cost you if you get it wrong. But Richmond Hill delivers for the right person. If you're a family who wants space, excellent schools, world-class multicultural community, outstanding nature access, and a safe place to raise kids, it's genuinely one of the best options in the entire GTA. The school system in the right pockets ranks among the best in the country. The parks and green space are exceptional, and right now in 2026, it's the most buyer-favorable market in York Region. You have leverage that hasn't existed here in decades. The people who thrive here knew exactly what they were signing up for. The people who struggle moved here expecting Toronto-adjacent life and got something genuinely different. Now you know that before you commit. And if you're moving to the GTA, you're trying to figure out whether Richmond Hill is the right call for your family, book a free relocation strategy call with me in the video description. I'll help you narrow down exactly which pockets of Richmond Hill fit your budget, your commute, and your kids' schools. All my info is down below, and I personally get back to everyone. If this video was helpful, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. New Toronto real estate videos every Tuesday and Friday. I'm Jordan Abrams. I'll see you around town.